Hey everyone, welcome to our first episode here at Tenacity. Now before we begin the video, I just want to let you know that this first video is a case study. We take a look at Lego and how Lego utilizes Lego Club as an event to drive more traffic to their store. Now, we didn't want to leave you hanging with just a case study, so we actually put a course together and you can access it for free. I've included the link below to get access to it. And with that course, we walk you through step by step on a very high level on how you can put together an event for your store or your business to drive more traffic and more long-term revenues for your business. Now, without further ado, on to our video. Hey everybody, welcome to Tenacity. My name is Christopher Young and I am VP of Biz Dev at Tran Associates.
And I'm Eric Lee. I'm the CPA and President at Tran Associates.
We created Tenacity because we have a crazy passion for entrepreneurship and we also want to help our clients more. And one of the ways that we want to do that is create a digital archive where our clients and you guys can access free resources, whether you're looking to start up your business or you're looking to scale or grow your business.
Today's topic is going to be about customer experience and how you can build that. One key thing about successful businesses is that they have very engaged clients. Clients like going to their store, they like interacting with the business, whether by email, in person, or social media. Today specifically though, we're going to talk about hosting events in your store to boost customer experience and drive more business to your store.
Let's just take one step back here and define what exactly is customer experience. We all go through, retail stores, but when we talk about customer experience, what we're really saying is how customers perceive your brand or your company. And so here are just some stats to show you why customer experience is very important.
So 86% of buyers are willing to pay more for a great customer experience. It's not all about price. We hear this from our clients a lot of the time, that they feel they have a price problem, that customers aren't willing to pay more. They might have to go with a discount strategy. The data does not support that. 86% of buyers are willing to pay more for a great customer experience.
So we have 73% of buyers point to customer experience as an important factor in making their purchasing decision. So again, as Eric alluded to, it's not always about price. Customers often put a lot more onto customer experience, which includes things like customer service. So if you go into a store, no matter how cheap they are providing that good, if the customer service or experience is very poor, they will tend not to buy.
And that's very true. 65%, in fact, of buyers find a positive experience with a brand more influential than a great advertisement. So this is really where the truth of your brand can either resonate with a client and bring you more customers, or if it's a poor experience, it will really, start taking down your business one customer at a time.
So as Eric said, today we're specifically honing in on hosting a retail event. And this, I would say, is an alternative to spending all your dollars in advertising, is maybe putting it towards hosting an event and making that part of your customer experience. And the key is, remember, we go back to the definition of customer experience, and it's the perception that customers have of your company. Well, if you can utilize events to bring them in, you can actually create and control that perception. And the more you can do that, the more you can turn them into loyal customers and repeat buyers.
So the topic today is right here on the screen, the Lego store. The Lego store is definitely a fan favorite. Grown-ups to children, everyone loves going to the Lego store. Now, sometimes you're buying a lot of Lego if you're lucky, and sometimes you're not. But no one ever really turns down an opportunity to go to the Lego store.
Exactly. And one of the things that inspired me to put this topic together is every month we take the kids, I think you take your kids as well, to the Lego store for something they call Lego Club. And in my opinion, it's a brilliant event because normally if you take a look at retail, you go in, you buy a product, you leave, if they do a great branding job, you might come back because, you got to get another product. But when it comes to Lego, they've switched this around so that it keeps the parents coming back on a frequent basis, which increases the chances of the parent buying, potential Lego sets when you're there. And so just to give you guys a brief idea of how Lego Club works is that every month you pay, I believe it's about $10, and we take your kids in, they get to build just a small Lego, small piece of Lego. Whether it's, I think the last month was a jet, a little plane. And so the kids get to build it with instructions. After they're done building it, they get to pick from the Lego wall, which is another brilliant we can talk about at a later time.
That's right.
But they get a little box. They get fill up.
You have one right there.
So they get this box, about this big, and they get to fill it with Lego pieces. And the theme to this is that you can take those pieces and build anything you want related to that specific build. So my son, for example, this past weekend built a little landing strip for the airplane. And so it's great because the kids have a lot of fun. They get about 20 minutes to build whatever they want. And then afterwards, they go in a little circle and they get to present, if they want, what they've built to the rest of the group. And so the takeaways I wanted to talk about are the following. So A, by bringing us in and really controlling what we do, in essence, even though they're letting the kids build what they want, we're still using the Lego product. We're still going to a Lego store, and we're still getting Lego related marketing material when we're done. And so they're really controlling the customer journey and controlling the perception we have of the Lego store. And one of the things that I really like about the end part of it is when they allow the kids to present what they created. Now, some kids are shy, they may not want to do it, but it's genius because it pulls on the emotional heartstrings of the parent, especially a parent who maybe has a kid that's a little shy, not really want to talk in public. And I've seen the expression. So the last time I went, I was taking notes, and one mom was nearly in tears because she was so proud of her son being able to present and talk about his idea of what he built.
Absolutely.
Now, you know what's going to happen with that mom? That totally forever imprinted the Lego brand in her mind now.
That's right.
In a very positive way. So when this parent goes out and is at other parent events, they're going to talk about the event that happened at Lego, which then spreads the word. And how do I know that's working is if you don't book for Lego Club, basically the day they come out for registration, you're not getting in. They have limited seating.
It's very true. One thing that I've noticed also is you see the growth of children after maybe a couple months of Lego Club. You also see parents connecting with each other, and you see that this is sort of a family event. So Chris mentioned a lot of things about controlling the experience, but I want to clarify too that it's not a rigid experience. What we mean by controlling the experience, it's that it's well designed, it has great intentions, and it provides opportunity for the client to interact, touch the product, use the product, emotionally engage with the product and the brand. Now, if you think about this, it's actually quite a big leap from what normal retailing is about. If we take some other retailers out there, let's say something like Walmart, you really go in there for the best prices, and they don't shy away from that.
In fact, they market that and promote that.
The lowest prices. You go in there, you look what you're getting, you look for what you're getting, or you get what you're looking for, hopefully, and then you leave. It's a transactional experience. That in itself will definitely lead you into a price competition.
Yeah.
What happens though when you do engage your clients properly, emotionally, tangible to the product, you get them coming in, you welcome them, is you build that relationship with them.
You do.
And now you're not transactional.
The other thing I wanted to take away about Lego Club is that they put a value associated to it. I mean, Lego could eat, like, what's $10 per person to Lego? I mean, there's usually 20 parents at time. That's $200. That's not going to cover the costs. Now, but it assigns a value to it. And I think that's very important. I think people are always worried, oh, well, if I try to sell tickets to the event, people might not show up. But with Lego, it's smart when you put a value to it, because then as a parent, I paid $10. I better take my kids to that. I'm going to commit to that. So I think that's very smart on the part of Lego to put a value, because or else every parent's just going to sign up, and they may show up, they may not show up, and it might take away from what they're trying to achieve.
That's right.
Through the Lego Club. And lastly, one of the takeaways I want to focus on is the event is very well executed and organized. When you go in, you know where you're going, you know what you need to do to sign in, you know what you need to pick up, and then you wait for the staff at Lego to let you know that you can go. And then when you're done, like, everything is very nicely laid out so that parents aren't going around like wondering what's happening. And I think that's a big thing if you're hosting an event for your retail store, because now you don't want to add a layer of bad experience, as you mentioned before, to hosting an event. You know, you might have a great product, but you go and host an event that's poorly organized and not executed properly, and now people have a bad taste in their mouth, and they're going to tie that event back to your company. So it does work both ways. Lego does a really good job.
So one more thing about your event or subsequent events, if it's successful, definitely keep it going. The reason why Lego Club is so successful is because it's operating around a fixed schedule. Every month, like Chris has said, it books up really fast. It's also part of someone's life now. They book their time around when Lego Club is being held. And that really allows people to build a community around the event. So I would not suggest that you hold events randomly. Hold it on a specific date, make it make sense, and keep it recurring.
And the other thing by keeping it recurring is you go through the different cycles within your business. So you might have some downtime in your business where, I don't know, maybe people are on vacation a lot and they may not come to your store. So if you host an event on that month, no one shows up, and you're like, okay, forget it, I'm done. You haven't given yourself enough time. So I did look into this, and rule of thumb for events is 6 to 8 months recurring before you should start thinking about whether you should continue or not continue. And so 6 to 8 months gives you more enough time to go through the different cycles in whatever industry you're in. And, you know, it's a great way to keep it going and see if it works for you. So I just wanted to put up this quote because I think this is a really, I guess, relevant quote to what we've been talking about today. And this is with Jeff Bezos, right? We talked about Amazon. He says, "We see our customers as invited guests to a party, and we are the hosts. It's our job every day to make every important aspect of the customer experience a little bit better." And, you know, we take a look at Amazon, and you do see that. Every time I log into my Prime account, there's a new feature or a new functionality, or they ship it to you faster. Whatever it is, you're always striving to make that customer experience a little bit better. Okay, so finally, I just want to summarize about using events to build the overall customer experience. So today we talked about how perception is the key to consumers' buying decisions. So this is the whole topic that we have, right? Customer experience, and why we need to focus on that.
And also how building a positive customer experience will drive revenues. Remember, customers are willing to pay more for a great experience.
And more specifically, today we talked about hosting events, using Lego Club as a case study, and how you can use events specifically to build your whole customer experience program.
That's right. There is a lot of marketing techniques out there, and building events and having one-to-one face-to-face interaction should never be ignored or forgotten, because that is really the best way to build relationships with your clients.
And finally, well-planned and executed events, they drive traffic and build brand loyalty.
And if you haven't organized an event before, it may sound daunting, but it's really not. The key thing is to enjoy being with your customers, really get out there and just make some connections.
I just want to thank you guys for joining us for our first episode here on Tenacity. If you have any suggestions or topics you would like us to cover in the future, Don't forget to comment below. If you like the video, give us a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Every subscription you make helps.
So until next time, stay tenacious, keep building your business, and remember, we're here for you.